Introduction. Behind the lens lies a story untold. In the age of social media, the people behind the camera often remain shadows, silent architects of powerful narratives. One such figure is Deion Sanders Jr., affectionately known as Bucky, the eldest son of Hall of Fame NFL icon Deion, Coach Prime Sanders. While most media attention gravitates toward the high-flying success of his father and younger brother, Shedeur Sanders, Deion Jr.'s journey is perhaps the most quietly revolutionary. What began as a personal reinvention transformed into a digital empire that helped redefine college football's presence online. But behind the polished Instagram clips, viral YouTube uploads, and slick merchandise lies a story of emotional collapse, midnight walks through Dallas, unanswered prayers, and ultimately, creative resurrection. This is not just a story about sports or content creation. It is a testament to self-discovery, grit, and vision in the face of personal and professional identity crisis. A fall from the field, the silent exit. Deion Sanders Jr. began his journey on the gridiron, following in the footsteps of his legendary father. Playing as a wide receiver for Southern Methodist University, SMU, expectations were sky high. With his family name and athleticism, he looked destined for NFL glory. Then he vanished. Just as SMU prepared for fall camp, his name disappeared from the team roster. No press conference, no drama, no public fallout. SMU's spokesperson, Brad Sutton, offered little explanation, saying only that there was no particular reason for the removal. For a second-team All-American honoree, this silent exit raised eyebrows. What the public didn't see was a young man crumbling under the weight of expectation, battling internal doubts, and chasing an elusive sense of purpose. "I stopped playing football my junior year in college. I didn't go to the league," he later admitted. That sentence sits quietly, almost defiantly, in the About section of his brand Well-Off Media, a quiet rebellion against a destiny others wrote for him. The breaking point, midnight in Dallas. "I would like, at 2 or 3 a.m., walk around in downtown Dallas, and I'm just crying my heart out," Deion Jr. confessed in an emotional reflection. "Yelling at the top of my lungs like, 'God, what's going on? I'm more talented than everybody doing different things.' It's like, bro, I'm actually really, really good at this, but it's like, why am I not winning, bro?" These moments of vulnerability often remain hidden, especially in families that exude success. But this raw admission reveals the mental and emotional toll of living in the shadow of a sports dynasty. He wasn't failing due to lack of talent. He was struggling to find the right outlet. A new medium, creativity over cleats. Deion Jr.'s rebirth didn't come on the football field. It came through an iPhone. He took an iPhone, figured out how to zoom in, zoom out, and started a whole media company in Jackson State, said media personality Wallow on the Well-Off Media podcast. The first video Bucky uploaded? A 1-minute clip of Shedeur Sanders throwing passes at the Under Armour Combine. That short, seemingly insignificant video marked the birth of a creative empire. Over the next several years, Bucky transformed his camera into a window into one of college football's most fascinating narratives. He chronicled Shedeur's growth, Coach Prime's coaching transformation, and the intimate behind-the-scenes stories of Jackson State football. The tone was unique, fun, raw, human. It wasn't polished ESPN coverage. It was real life, filtered through the lens of a son, brother, and storyteller. Building the empire, Well-Off Media and the viral machine. With Well-Off Media, Bucky built more than a YouTube channel. He built a movement. From humble beginnings with just 3,000 views, Well-Off quickly grew into a powerhouse, regularly garnering 100,000-plus views per upload. Audiences were captivated not just by the highlights, but by the authenticity. The locker room laughs, sideline talks, candid car rides. It all painted a fuller picture of who Coach Prime and his family really were. The numbers followed. In one particularly lucrative month, Bucky reportedly earned $150,000 from content creation alone. A kid once wandering the streets in despair had now found his lane and was driving it at full speed. The Colorado Revolution. Buffs, Bucky, and prime time. After making waves at Jackson State, the Sanders family took on their next challenge, the University of Colorado. Coach Prime was tasked with resurrecting a 111 program nobody cared to Google. Bucky, camera in hand, was there to capture every frame. What followed was a media explosion. Suddenly, Colorado became the hottest ticket in college football. Fans bought $298,000 TVs just to follow the Buffalo's season. Social media metrics exploded. Sanders' family accounts grew by over 400%, and ticket sales hit historic highs. All of it happened under the watchful eye of Bucky's lens. It's no exaggeration to say that well-off media changed how college football is marketed, consumed, and understood. The line between sports and entertainment blurred, and Bucky stood at the intersection. Legacy reimagined, beyond the game, Deion Jr. His story is a radical departure from traditional sports legacies. In a world where second-generation athletes often buckle under the pressure to replicate their parents' careers, he chose a different path. Rather than catching touchdowns, he caught moments. Rather than battling defenders, he battled self-doubt. Rather than signing with the NFL, he signed off on scripts, edits, and branding campaigns that shaped the public perception of Coach Prime and his programs. And in doing so, he arguably built a legacy just as powerful, one that extends beyond the boundaries of sport into culture, media, and entrepreneurship. Conclusion: the league you build. What started with heartbreak became a blueprint for reinvention. Deion Sanders Jr., once lost in the expectations of football royalty, found his calling behind the lens. His company, Well-Off Media, not only redefined his identity, but also revolutionized how athletes and coaches connect with fans in the digital age. As he once said, "I had to find another way to be creative and express myself. I had to find something else that I loved doing and that I could put my time into." In that process, Bucky proved one thing beyond all doubt. Sometimes the league you build is far bigger than the one you don't make.